Okay, today we're going to make some oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So you need two mixing bowls, one for dry ingredients, one for wet ingredients. We're going to start with the wet ingredients. We're going to take about a half a cup of vegan butter and just melt it or soften it in the microwave for about 15 seconds. I like to put a lid on it to make sure it doesn't splatter inside the microwave while we're softening it. All right, and there we go. It's good enough. Pour this into the smaller mixing bowl. And we're going to add 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, and the brown sugar is a little clumpy. You can always break it up with a spoon. Small clumps aren't a big deal. And for our egg substitute, we're going to use plain applesauce, just one of the little cups. Good enough. And we'll mix those ingredients together. Next, we're going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, set that aside. Now we'll do our dry ingredients in this larger mixing bowl. We'll start with some all-purpose flour. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, unbleached. This is baking soda. About half a teaspoon of baking soda. About half a teaspoon of salt. Just gently mix those around. And about 1 teaspoon or so of ground cinnamon. You can add some ground flaxseed if you wish. I'm not going to this time. And now we're going to simply mix the wet and dry ingredients together. Looks good. Now we're going to add in 1½ cups of old-fashioned oats. And last but not least, we're going to add in some semi-sweet vegan chocolate chips. As to the quantity, that's up to your personal preference. I just kind of eyeball it. The more chocolate chips you add, the more difficult it's going to be to form them into little balls to form the cookies here in a minute, so just keep that in mind. You can let the dough firm up for an hour in the refrigerator. I don't find that's necessary. Got a couple options here to keep it from sticking to your hands or the spoon too bad. You can put a little bit of flour on your hands to help you roll the cookie dough so it doesn't make quite such a mess. You can see I got my cookie sheet here lined with oven-safe parchment paper, but honestly it doesn't bother me having cookie dough on my fingers, so whether it sticks or not, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, if it bothers you, let it firm up in the fridge. And then, like I said, you can put some flour on your hands to also help reduce the stickiness. And you want about large walnut-sized balls of cookie dough and place them evenly, space them out evenly on your cookie sheet like so. Next, you want to flatten these out a little bit. You can put a little bit of flour on your spoon. You just don't want to use too much flour because you don't want the flour to, come out after the baking process where you get a bunch of white flour on your cookies. You could also dip your spoon in sugar. That's another idea. You don't want to flatten them too much, just a little bit. Good to go. I already preheated the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll stick it in the middle oven rack here. And this is after about 12 to 15 minutes of baking time. I'm going to stick a fork in the center to see if it comes out clean. You want them just lightly golden brown. If you bake them too long, they're going to get hard and dried out. If you don't bake them long enough, they'll be kind of doughy in the center. My girls and I like them soft on the inside and slightly crispy on the outside. So let's see what we got. In a few minutes, see just lightly brown. Let's break one open.
Woo!
Yep. So that's nice. I hope this recipe and this video helps you. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.